Welcome to another episode of No Bar Too Far. We're the dubbed mild hogs of Delaware, your pavement pounding road warriors in search of good rides, good bars, and damn good music. I'm your host Doug B, and in this episode we're wondering what the hell happened to Bristol. 4 years ago on another trip, we passed through, did an overnight stint in Bristol. So we ran uptown, streets lined with people, the bars are packed, music's jamming, caught the tail end of a bike run, pretty good night out. Headed back to the room, we passed the local honky tonk, 11-ish, and the cars are lined down the road. So we figure we pull in. And I will tell you, one of the best shindigs I've found in a long time. Packed out, we closed the place down 2-3 a.m. Just really great place. So I figure, let's make a trip back. We rocked out 5 a.m. knowing we've got a 9-hour trek ahead of us. Got to stop and get fuel at least 4 times. So let's get it on. 4 years later, we took the trip back down to Bristol. A couple buddies hit the road, only to find a ghost town. Rolling in Main Street, Bristol. Streets were empty, half the bars are closed. Go to the Quaker Steak and Lube, the only place in town showing any signs of life. Only a couple bikes in there, nothing going on. So later that evening, we go back to this honky tonk that was happening before, only to find not only has it changed hands, it's getting ready to change hands again. And $3 cover for 20 people being in there, just absolute absurd. So my question is, what the hell happened to Bristol? Did COVID do that to Bristol? I guess the verdict is out. So plan B, we're gonna take a day trip down to Pigeon Forge. We're gonna go check out the Las Vegas Strip down in the mountains of Tennessee. A couple of my buddies have never been there before. We're gonna go hit the Rocky Top Harley dealership. Right across the street, place called the Hog Shed, cool little bar. Spend the day down there. On the way back, we take an alternate route. Coming back up through Jonesboro, found a hole in the wall called the Tipsy Toad. If you haven't been there, got to check that place out. Live music, nice little bar, good place to hit. Fellow biker gives us the inside scoop on a place called the Barbarossa down to Del Rio, Tennessee. Said if we've made it this far, might as well make it the rest of the way. We're gonna check that place out. So the next morning, we decided we're gonna take a ride on the Snake. Just outside of Bristol, we're gonna go up in the mountains, check out the scenic views, get a swerve on, put the miles on the bikes. That's a big part of the reason we're there, is for the ride. So pushing lunchtime, we're up to Mountain City. We decide, getting a little thirsty. Time to head on down to the Barbarossa. Punch it into the GPS, start headed down there. Half the road signs say we're running out of blacktop where we're headed. But when you get down to the bottom of the mountain and you're sitting by the river, surrounded by bikes, live music, cheap beers, you know you're in the right spot. All I can say is the legendary Barbarossa down to Del Rio, Tennessee was the bar that was not too far on this trip. On the way back, you know it's not a real bike ride unless you've got a little bit of a mechanical issue. We had a little gear shifter issue, had to stop, get it resolved, lost about an hour, get back on the road, got home 1,472 miles in 4 days. You know your ass is numb after that ride, but it's all worth it.